they're funded by the same parasitic multi-billionaires fund these two ass clowns. BlackRock and Blackstone fund Donald Trump and Joe Biden, some of the biggest funders and the most influential in their campaigns.
Y'all can also look at Open Secrets. It's a great website that shows you, and not just presidential candidates, but like every senator, every member of Congress, from the local to the federal, their main donors. So it's a great resource for looking at, following the money trail.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest things that people point to as a reason to vote for Biden, the liberal world will say, is climate change, climate crisis. Well, here's the reality, and this is coming from a liberal outlet, so this is not like I'm showing you Breitbart or something. This is U.S. oil production. All of the oil produced by the U.S. by the end of 2023 was 13 million barrels a day. Russia, the next highest country, was 10. Saudi Arabia, almost 10. And way higher than when Donald Trump was in office. This does not mean Donald Trump is anti-oil. It just means, so Donald Trump left in 2021. It was down around 11, close to 11. And now we're at 13 million a day. It's just been ramping up, whether it was Obama in office, whether it was Donald Trump in office, whether it was Joe Biden in office. Oil production just keeps going up. So don't pretend that either of these idiots is doing anything about climate crisis, climate change, anything. So I just thought I'd give that as one example of how these are the same party.
How about the genocide being perpetrated by Biden?
And
that's a pretty good one, I think.
And would be perpetrated by Donald Trump. If Donald Trump wins, it'll continue as is. Genocide.
Well, I have to say, one of my favorite things that I keep seeing is or that I kept seeing during the campus protests and encampments was people would share a video of kids having the shit kicked out of them by cops or something. And then their comment would be, we just got a glimpse of Trump's America. I'm like, oh, how fucking stupid can you actually be? Like, are you this dumb?
You got a glimpse of Biden.
Who is the president right now, you dumbass? I can't be nice about this. Like, you are the biggest idiot I've come across. This is like, what? It's like, who's okaying this? It's just like, it boggles the mind how people can be this fucking propagandized and brainwashed. It's
another major point that people like to point to as to, oh no, you got to vote for Biden because this one issue. Okay, this one issue. Well, how about this one issue? Well, one of the ones that people often say is immigration is the reason you have to vote for Joe Biden. Joe Biden has deported, this is in fiscal year 2023, 143,000 migrants. Almost double that of 2022, 72,000. Now, under Trump, it was higher. So it was 234,000 in his, I think that was maybe his last year. Under Trump, it was 234,000. But under Obama, I don't know if you know this, he was a Democrat, 344,000 deportations. So yet again,
order-in-chief.
Yet again, you have the two parties being the same, or sometimes even the Democrats are worse, but not because Trump didn't try, but being the same on these pivotal issues. These are the issues people say they vote on.
Unless we forget, remember those images of kids in cages at the border that a lot of news outlets ran with? Those were pictures taken during the Obama administration. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them that people then, people went back and looked and were like, actually, this was taken under the Obama administration. So, I mean, it's it's kind of like the military spending, right? Each president gives more and more to the Pentagon, more than the Pentagon even asks for. So the idea that your lived experiences or the lived experiences of people that we're bombing or that we're doing lawfare against or whatever would somehow change depending on what white supremacist, rapist, war criminal is in the White House it shows such a lack of understanding of our political system that at this point it's embarrassing. I know that a lot of people watching have family members or neighbors or whatever that are like, yeah, I'm just gonna vote for Biden. maybe you're not the kind of person like me where you just go ahead and shit in the punch bowl, but my response is then you are the kind of stupid that even duct tape can't fix. And I have no other response for you. And show me your work. Show me how voting for Biden has made things better, and show me how much worse your life was under Trump. Show it to me.
And this comes back to the fact that this is all theatrics, okay? It's all theatrics. I don't mean that Donald Trump isn't a right-wing lunatic who wants to rule forever and all those things. Yeah, he is all those things. But in terms of the difference that these two clowns, or the Democrat and Republican clowns, make in being in the presidency, the system does not change. And part of that has to do with who's funding the system, who controls the system. They're funded by the same parasitic multi-billionaires fund these two ass clowns. And whether one wins or the other wins, they're not going to change much. And as Biden said, the leaked quote that he said in front of wealthy donors, he said nothing is going to fundamentally change when he becomes president. And it hasn't.
As Maya Angelou said, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them.